If you thought a lot of this strategy in Pokemon was making your brain hurt already, then get ready for some serious mind games. Hey, what's up everybody? It's your boy, Vitamin M, coming at you with another episode of Pokemon Silver here. In the last episode, we took down the definition of underwhelming herself, Janine, at Fuchsia City Gym. And here we are in Saffron City, and we have a couple things we can do, just some items we can grab before we face Sabrina at the Psychic-type gym here. So, you'll see this building right here, Spheelco office building. Okay, we can actually go inside this place right here, and there's really not a lot to do. This place really got shut down because, well, we have this guy standing in front of the stairs. But if you do talk to him, only employees are permitted to go upstairs. But since you came such a long way, have this neat little souvenir. Vitamin M received the upgrade. Now you're probably wondering, what is this item and what could it possibly have to do with anything you'd want to do? Well, this guy also says, it's Spheelco's latest product. It's not for sale anywhere yet. This is an item that if you have Porygon hold it, and you trade Porygon, it will evolve into Porygon 2. And that's pretty much it. So, I mean, that's kind of good, but Porygon 2 is definitely a really interesting Pokemon. I always found it pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool looking. Porygon is pretty neat, but, you know, there's not a whole lot else to say. I think it's pretty cool. But this is the other gym that's in this town. This was actually the first gym, canonically, that was in Pokemon, and then Sabrina came and used the type effectiveness against fighting to make her gym, well, the one and only gym of this town. So this is a place called the Fighting Dojo right here, and there's not a whole lot going on right here. But we talked to this guy. Hello, Karate King, the Fighting Dojo's master, is in a cave in Johto for training. And it turns out we actually already fought him. That's where we got that Tyrogue from. But if you remember the original games in Generation 1, you would either have the choice after you beat the Karate King to get a Hitmonlee or a Hitmonchan here. Well, we don't have that, but we do have this. It's okay, and I can't grab it. It is an item called the Focus Band. So what happens with it is it will allow you to have your Pokemon hang on with 1 HP most of the time if it's going to be knocked out. I think typically in one hit. It's only if you would have been knocked out in one hit. So I'll get rid of this elixir here. I don't think we need that. So that's pretty handy right here. It's basically sturdy from the much later games, that ability. It's pretty nice. I don't have anything that's got a quad weakness or anything that I really need to worry about, so that's totally good with me. But it's a very nice item, I will say. It's very helpful. But here is the real gym right here. You can tell because it says gym twice, and it's twice as long, so attention to detail. But here's the gym right here. You have to mess with these little teleporting blocks right here, and I always get lost with these. I have a harder time getting out of this gym than I do getting to Sabrina, which I find way too funny. But anyways, I think in the last episode I mentioned that I had to download a new version of my emulator because the one I had wasn't working. And it turns out the picture, I went back and reviewed the last episode. Holy cow, the picture is amazing. It's super duper sharp. It's very clear. It looks great. I'm surprised I didn't even, I didn't even think about it, but wow, it looks great now. But I'll shut up about that, but here we go. This is Sabrina right here. I knew you were coming. 3 years ago, I had a vision of your arrival. Oh, everything revolves around these 3 years ago. You're after my badge. I don't enjoy battling, but it's my duty as a leader to confer badges on anyone who has proven him or herself worthy. Since you wish it, I will show you my psychic powers. And here we go. This is Sabrina right here with some pretty tough psychic-type Pokemon. It's time to rock and roll. She's starting off with Espeon, level 46, pure psychic-type, with the moves Sand Attack, Quick Attack, Swift, and Psychic. Espeon is a beast, period. I really recommend using a psychic type that has some non-psychic moves against her Pokemon, especially if you got some physical attackers. Those are going to come in handy much later. I know, man, Espeon is, I think, arguably the best of the evolutions, and for good reason. It is super fast, and it has the highest special attack stat of all Generation 2 Pokemon. It is that incredible of a Pokemon, excuse me. But it goes down pretty easy here without any fight here. What's coming out next? Mr. Mime. Okay. I'm actually going to stick with Giraffrig right here. Mr. Mime, level 46, pure Psychic type, with the moves Barrier, Reflect, Baton Pass, and Psychic. Well, Baton Pass right there, Barrier is a move that will up its defense sharply, so it can pass that on to its next Pokemon, and that is a really smart idea for what her last Pokemon is right here. Mr. Mime, really recommend a physical attacker right here. Mr. Mime does not have a lot of HP, and he hasn't got that great of really physical defense. Taking a Psychic from this isn't going to hurt at all. I actually gave Giraffric leftovers, so that's pretty good. So what the heck, I'll hit him with the Psychic of my own. I'm going to fight fire with fire on this fight. This is finally where the gym battles start to really up the ante, which is so nice finally. And her last Pokemon, be forewarned, but you fought plenty of these things so far. Alakazam. Okay, what do I want to do? Let's go for the sweep. Alakazam, level 48, pure Psychic type. Recover, Future Sight, Psychic, and Reflect. This thing is going to try to up its defense with Reflect in order to make up for its garbage physical defense. But a Psychic coming from Alakazam hurts no matter where it's coming from or who it's going to. Oh my goodness. This thing is just terrifying. Holy cow. This thing will hit you hard with no mercy, but we've got our own Psychic type here. Oh. I thought I could one-hit it. Would have been funny. I don't know if she's going to use a full restore. Okay, that's fine. We'll see how much I can do with Psychic, though. But once again, Future Sight, you can be really caught at a bad time with that. So that's something you just want to be forewarned about. And... wow, critical hit. Okay. And his special defense fell. Nice! Okay. Anyways, we're just going to finish off with Strength... oh. We're back to this whole thing again. This shouldn't be enough for him here, so this should take him out. Come on! Yeah! 2 critical hits. Let's go. Awesome. Oh, okay. Nice. Wow. That was... okay, that was actually a fun battle now. Actually put up more of a challenge, so that's good. It far exceeds what I foresaw. Maybe it is impossible to fully predict what the future holds. Okay, you win. You earned yourself Marsh Badge. Alright. That is pretty good right there. Find and receive the Marsh Badge. 2 more badges to go, my dudes. We don't have much more. Subliminal powers. Sublimal? I don't know. Although I failed to accurately predict your power, this much I know to be true. You will become a celebrated and beloved champion. Well, I already have. That's interesting. Okay, so be it. Oh wow, that was actually really easy to get out this time. I always struggle to get out there. I have no idea why. But that's pretty much it for Saffron City here. So that's kind of it for mainland Kanto right here. Not a whole lot else for us here. I should also note that the Fighting Dojo is where is where you can rematch the gym leaders, both in the Johto gym leaders and the Kanto gym leaders in the remakes. So that is always really fun. I always really enjoyed those battles. But moving on right here, we are going to be headed to our next challenge, which is actually going to be going south of here. So I actually already went to Pallet Town here, but I will leave what is up for us here later on. You can actually go visit Professor Oak and stuff like that, but... okay, it's time to use the repels. You can actually go visit Professor Oak and talk to him, and he'll give you a rating on your Pokédex, which I know my rating is pretty darn poor. But we have this surfing route that we can go to now, and as I've already told you guys, I've fought everybody except for the gym leaders, just to kind of save time, and not to have you guys really be at the mercy of that. But anyways, on that route there is that little patch of grass right there. There is only one new Pokemon there, which is Mr. Mime, which I've already talked about Mr. Mime, but you can catch him instead of having to waste your money at the game corner right here. But here we are at Cinnabar Isle, and you probably remember that this was actually a real place in Generation 1, and then the volcano exploded, and there's not a whole lot left here. But we have this fella right here, if you know who he is. Who are you? Well, it's plain to see that you're a trainer. My name's Blue. I was once the champion, although it was for only a short time. That meddling red did me in. Anyway, what do you want? You want to challenge me or something? I hate to say it, but I'm not in the mood for a battle now. Take a good look around you. A volcano erupts, and just like that, a whole town disappears. We can go on winning and losing in Pokemon, but if nature so much as twitches, we can lose in a second. That's the way it is. But anyway, I'm still a trainer. If I see a strong opponent, it makes me want to battle. If you want to battle me, come to the Viridian Gym. I'll take you on then. Ooh, okay. That's a little bit of a challenge right there. Alright, but we have one other gym that we do have to face. And if you're familiar with Generation 1, you're probably wondering, where is that gym? Because that was actually at Cinnabar Isle right here. But we have to go east right here, surfing. Which, this is going to be pretty funny right here, the fact that we have to surf. But, yeah, we're just surfing along right here. Nothing new here, just Tentacruels. But I do want to mention there are some new Pokemon that I forgot to go over that are at the Power Plant and at Rock Tunnel. So, at those Pokemon at the Power Plant, there are two new of them. Voltorb is one of them, which now you can finally catch instead of having to be at the mercy of that trade back in Olivine City when you had to trade a Krabby to get Voltorb there. So that's kind of nice if you want that, but your chance for Voltorb's already come. The other Pokemon is Electabuzz, and I've already talked about Elkid. Electabuzz is a fantastic electric type. It's one of the best in the game, I would argue, and it's really good. It's a Pokemon I really like. If you really like Magmar, you're going to really like Electabuzz. It's basically electric type Magmar, if anything. He's really, really good, and he's very versatile when it comes to a lot of the TMs in this game. And then for Rock Tunnel, there's really just Marowak and Kangaskhan. So Cubone and Marowak are really strong hitting ground types. They're a little bit slower, and they have some pretty decent physical defense. They're not too bad. If you can somehow give it Sword Stance or something like that, it's going to be a beast, and it's just going to steamroll a lot that goes through its way. But it's okay. I mean, your choices for a ground type have come, you know, this whole way, and once again, you got some okay options every now and then in Kanto, but everything's really low leveled, and you should really have 6 team members by this point, period. Just way even before at the Elite Four. And then there's Kangaskhan. Kangaskhan is a normal type. It does not evolve or anything. It's found in the lower level of Rock Tunnel. I should also mention Rock Tunnel is not required to go through in order to beat the game, but Rock Tunnel is pretty darn interesting. But Kangaskhan is actually a really good Pokemon. It's a very strong physical attacker, pretty decent speed. It's very versatile. Its stats are pretty great across the board, except for special attack, but that's no big deal. It's a really good Pokemon, and it's a great normal type. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. But we talked to this sign. Check out this sign. What does this sign say? Cinnabar Gym, Leader Blaine. So it turns out we have found the gym right here, and that's what we're going to be doing in the next episode here. So next time in Pokemon Silver, me taking on this Blaine, whoever he is. I'm sure many of you do know who he is. But anyways, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll be seeing you guys in the next episode. Vitamin M, I'm out, dudes.